Hello friends, welcome back. In this video, we'll see difference between white box versus black box testing. So let's start it. So here is the comparison. So we'll compare it based on different aspects. So first aspect is the focus. So in white box testing, internal logic and code structure is the main focus. But in black box testing, external functionality of the application is the main focus. The second point is the tester knowledge. So in white box testing, we require the knowledge of the code, but in black box testing, no knowledge of the internal code is needed. The third aspect is the testing basis. So based on the code, paths, conditions, loops, we can test the application. But in black box testing, based on requirements and specification, we can test the applications. So it is performed by white box testing performed by developers or technically skilled tester, but black box testing is performed by tester, QA engineers or end engineers. For example, white box testing, unit testing, code coverage, branch testing, we can say in white box testing there are different examples who can perform the developers. So in white box testing, functional testing, system testing, acceptance testing, these are the different testing involved in black box testing. So now we'll see the different tools. So for white box testing, JUnit, NUnit, PyTest. For unit tests, code coverage tools are used. In black box testing, Selenium, QTP, Postman for API and TestRail. These different tools are used in black box testing. So we'll see the advantages. High code coverage catches hidden errors in code in case of white box testing. In case of black box testing, simulates a real user behavior, useful for validating requirements. So now the next aspect is the disadvantages. The white box testing not effective for missing functionalities, but for in case of black box testing cannot test code quality or logic. Code quality or logic we can test only in white box, but black box testing we cannot test code quality or logic. In short, white box testing tests the code, black box testing tests the behavior. That's the clear cut difference between black box testing and white box testing. Another one concept like gray box testing involves. In gray box testing we need to knowledge of white box plus black box. The knowledge of both boxes we can call it as an gray box testing. So in this video we saw the clear difference between white box testing and black box testing. We saw the different aspects like focus, tester knowledge, testing basics performed by. We see some examples, also see some tools we can use, advantages and disadvantages. So that's about the difference between white box and black box testing. So in white box testing mainly focus on internal logic and code structure, but in black box testing external functionality of the application is the considered. So that's the clear cut difference. This point explaining what's the focus, then who can do this, what knowledge you required. So tester knowledge only requires the knowledge of the code in case of white box, but in black box no knowledge of the internal code is needed. So different on paths. Then the next aspect is the testing basics. So here based on the code, paths, condition, loops, we can test the application. So based on requirement and specification we can test in black box testing. So developers or technically skilled tester performed by white box testing. Testers, QA engineers or end engineers can perform black box testings. So examples: unit testing, code coverage, branch testing, functional testing, system acceptance testing. These are the example of black box testing as well. So as this way we can solve the difference between white box and black box testing. In upcoming video we will solve more testing related concepts, software testing life cycle, software bug life cycle, as well as we can see some important questions asked in interviews. So please subscribe our channel, the videos like this.